let's continue the story where we left behind. So as she was driving, a thought hit her mind. She started wondering, what if my daughter tomorrow does the same? What if she leaves in the middle of the night wearing nothing on her head with her bare neck? How am I going to stop her? What example am I setting for her? So her mind was bombarded with these thoughts, and she started realizing how much of a bad example was she for her daughter. So because of this realization, she turned her car again, went to her home, and for the first time in her life, she sat on a prayer mat. She did not pray, she just sat there. It was the time of tahajjud. She didn't know what it was, but she was sitting there and crying and crying and crying. So she let her frustration out in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the form of her tears. The next morning, she ended up calling her friend and, explaining her situation to her friend. Her friend, who is a positive character in this story, advised her to go to a halakha session with her. This lady at first was a bit skeptical, but she did end up going to the session. But as she was sitting in the middle of the session, she ended up leaving because she couldn't understand what was going on, and everything that was said at the session was not resonating with her. But this did not stop her from attending sessions regularly. So sessions became a regular thing for her, and slowly and steadily she started changing her ways. She mended her lifestyle. She started dressing more appropriately, wearing modest clothing. Her family alongside her also started accepting the change and changed for the better. So she raised her children in an Islamic environment and also started preaching it to others. Her sons ended up becoming doctors who now have full beards and they follow their faith. And her daughter does the same. She also dresses modestly and lives a more Islamic-oriented life. Now, currently, she helps people who go through similar situations. She conducts her own halakha circles. She provides support to those who wish to conduct halakha sessions, even though it took so much time for her to come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She did not let her past define her. And this is the lesson that we get from this story. It's never too late to find peace and change your life for the better. Your past doesn't define you, and guidance has no age. Guidance can come to you in any age, but the moment it comes to you, that's when it is time for you to change yourself for the betterment and to accept Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala completely. So I hope you guys learned something from this story. Stay tuned and follow Ukhtis Hub for more amazing stories. Thank you.